Welcome back to Noun O'Clock at the Noun Square, a FOMO Lite edition. Our weekend light edition, rather. We are watching the end of Noun...
Maybe really...
Sorry?
Like when we get rugged? I said FOMO really light when we get rugged?
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get to actually play this game.
The lightest FOMO ever.
We're watching the end of this this Noun 615 auction. I missed yesterday. I'm guessing y'all got rugged again.
Yes, we did.
I don't actually dislike this box though.
We did.
I kind of like the pink and green body. I dig it. I would have liked different noggles, but I like it. I like that color combination.
I wish it was on a cool background.
Yeah, that would have been nicer. And a hip rose noggles would have been really nice.
Something you might have missed by not being here yesterday was the link that I've got in the very first pinned tweet here, which combines all the interfaces and saves us from clicking around between 3 different places.
It's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Ooh, this is a new link.
It's just in testing, but the tests work. So, we've added the NounO'Clock.app and the fomonouns.app in an iframe next to NOMO, and they swap automatically when the time comes. And we don't have to leave. We just play NOMO nouns, basically, but we can watch the end of the auction, then play FOMO, or get rugged, and then we're already on the NOMO interface, ready to go.
I'm not seeing the end of the nouns auction right now on this link, which is weird. On NOMO nouns volky.vercel.app?
No.
NOMO preview I've got up.
Yeah, I've got the wrong link in that.
Okay, so I had the right link. I had NOMO preview.vercel.app. That's the right one.
I was thinking, because you said RFG, there's a new link. I was like, well, am I now on the wrong link?
No, I was so confused. Yeah, it's nomo-preview.vercel.app.
I'm going to just go ahead and delete that tweet. And unpin it.
I might be full of energy, but it's clear that Ben Body isn't. So
it is almost tomorrow again. So
yeah.
Me. Yeah. What the hell? I have that starred in my clipboard for some reason.
Why?
I don't know.
It's a nice site. Like, it's a cool interface. But so yeah, we've got the same one we've been using the last few days. NOMO preview.vercel.app. We can watch the end of the nouns auction on the left. We can see the current NOMO noun, this mixer, which I missed and I'm mad about it, on the right. And we've got about a little over a minute left on this box. I don't know if we're going to see a higher bid than this. By the way, if you are in the space and you haven't yet already, please retweet the room. Let's get some more people for most of us on a Friday or on a Saturday. See how early it is?
Saturday morning in the US, super early. It's midnight here in Australia. We're probably hitting the least active time zone in the NFT space at the moment. Who knows?
So for those of you who are here, thank you for joining us. And make sure to retweet the room anyway, because that gets you entered in the running to win some ETH. So all right, we've got a little of just about 30 seconds left on this auction. I don't think
25.5. It's even cheaper than yesterday.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
I'm gonna start selling all my physical goods for one of these in a minute.
You would.
Absolutely. I'm very serious.
All right, 10 seconds left. It's too late for another bid to come in. We are playing the feud. It is FOMO time.
FOMO time.
Exciting times.
I guess we just got to keep voting down and see what happens.
No. It's nice, though.
It's pretty.
I like this one.
Oh.
I'm seeing 1 to 43. Wow.
Yep, it's done.
All right. Well, we got a pineapple.
It was a nice pineapple.
Well,
At least it's a nice pineapple.
Yeah. I have to agree.
So, I'm not too mad, but now we get to play. If you are on the same site that we, I believe Ben has now pinned up the right one. Yep. So if you are now on the correct site, then you can see NOMO nouns. We can still save one of these nouns and actually get to play a game today.
That's right. You cannot take our fun here.
We have protected at least the show from taking our fun away. In the next 10 seconds, choose your character. And we're going to save one of these nouns.
Well, there's a nice little kangaroo up the top there. There's a peanut. There's me, who's also a peanut that hasn't connected his wallet. All right. Now I'm playing. God, what a knob.
Oh, I like the... I do like the evil business kangaroo, which I'm
it's
still in my brain is a burro because of.
I wasn't even connected.
I like GavelDAO as well. I'm gonna save this peanut.
GavelDAO is good. Prof, are you getting rugged? Because you were on stage 2 seconds ago, and now you're not, and I'm sad because I would have liked to hear you talk about GavelDAO.
Well, I'm connected now, so I'm back in the game.
Nice. Let's go. What do we got coming?
I made the armchair.
Nice
I'm going for this kangaroo. It's too nice.
Yeah,
although,
me too,
actually, all of
actually.
these are really nice.
Yeah, these are all good.
Kangaroos are
I'm not mad anymore. I'm just going to stop playing. No. All 4 of these are good, though. Oh, which one now? The kangaroo's
Got to be the rare.
Kangaroo's too good.
Yeah. And
Shark.
It's got to take it.
Copy Shark is
Copy Shark is also really good, though.
It's a CC0 game guy.
Oh, yeah, this is no
click.
contest. Oh, can you hear the clicks in the background?
We can just hear clicks. No one's got sound on today.
I normally can't today, which is nice.
Oh, yeah, because normally we've got the sound playing in the background. I just forgot to hit the button. It's still early. I did sleep for a solid 11 hours straight.
That's crazy.
I think I might have been tired.
Yeah, it's possible.
Well, no, also, I got that there blackout curtain, which helped a lot.
Yeah, very good.
I just got mine off Amazon, and they're fantastic. I had blackout curtains at my last place, but at my last apartment, I was in Manhattan, and I was facing like the inside of a block. So there wasn't a whole lot of light anyway, so they didn't make that big of a difference. Here, for some reason, they thought it would be a good idea for every room in my apartment to have floor-to-ceiling windows on the same side, facing east. And there's trees in the way, so it's not like I'm getting blasted by sunlight every time. I have blinds, but yeah, it's a totally game changer.
It sounded
and
like
now we have Prof coming to us live from the inside of a Speak and Spell.
Hello, Prof. How are you today?
Yeah, okay, that's not happening. We do have something else.
So wherever that out of reception section is.
Yeah, maybe. We do have something that we are pinning up to the space right now, which we have another contest ready to go.
Another one.
In honor of Random Acts of Kindness Day, we are kicking off Nouns Give Back Part 2. So we've already done Nouns Give Back a while before on TikTok. You may have remembered if you were here in the space. And it was awesome. A lot of awesome people did a lot of awesome things. So we're doing it again. Nouns Give Back 2, Electric Boogaloo. So simple rules. 1, do something kind in your community. 2, make a TikTok using the hashtag Nouns Give Back and tag us. And you can win prizes totaling 5,000 USD. So there's more info in the pinned tweet. It's pinned up in, not the pinned tweet on our profile, but the pinned tweet in the nest, on the Jumbotron, up on the top of the space. And yeah, just make the world a better place and get a little cash while you're at it.
I think
And
that's
by a little, I mean, a sizable chunk.
What's that? I can't actually see the pin. Maybe Twitter's wigging out. I can only see the last pin being some of April's mints here.
Twitter doing something that annoys its users. Perish the thought.
I know, it's so weird. There it is. Probably.
Did it work now?
It's on like a 10-minute delay or something, I guess. I don't know.
It was like 4 minutes, but still not ideal. But yeah, so 5 prizes. There's 2,000, 1,500, and 250s. So a total of $5,000 we're giving away. Yeah, the deadline for the entries is March 5th. If you speak Spanish, you can also enter by tagging the Noun Square Spanish account. On TikTok, we've also got a Portuguese account, Noun Square BR. And if you have any questions and you're not already in our Discord, please join our Discord. I promise we're friendly. And we'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. The last Nouns Give Back was awesome. And I'm really, really, really happy that we're in a position to do this again, because these are my favorite kinds of contests, and so much comes from them. Like starting with the cleanup contest back in the old days, and now we've got Nouns Give Back Part 2. I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that was a really cool one too, because it's it's outside of our Twitter bubble into the TikTok bubble, and yeah, I think that's a good initiative for us.
Yeah, and Nikki's killing it, by the way. I have to take the opportunity to throw some flowers that way. Noun Fungible Nikki is absolutely killing it on the TikTok content, along with Hypnos and JP on in their various corners. Just fantastic work, and it's so awesome to see, because it pops up on my For You page occasionally, and it's so cool to just see, like, oh yeah, this is the thing that I'm involved in, and it's doing that. Like, it's so cool. Sorry, I will rant for an eternity and a half if you allow me to keep going. So, what all are y'all doing? What did I miss? Give me a recap of everything that happened in the last 24 hours while I was alternately unconscious and playing Apex.
Well, there was another contest that that's why I was I'm still looking for this. Here it is, the sketch contest from the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess it's going to be open for voting at this point, but I think it's closed on the 17th at 10 p.m. Like, is that a thing yet? No. Yeah, because it's the 18th there now, right? So yeah,
it's the 18th. So this contest is over, but I want to hear about it anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why I wanted to talk about it, because now we can scroll through and have a look at all the crazy artwork that people have made. And
hell yeah,
yeah, there's some really cool ones in here. In the people's interpretations in drawing, like some of it looks like it's drawn. It looks like it's drawn with like glow in the dark paint on a wall, but I'm pretty sure it's all digital. But it looks like some crazy glow in the dark paint.
Interesting.
Yes.
Did you pin that up to the space? Because it's not showing up for me yet.
No, I was looking at it on a desktop. Hang on. I wish you could cross pin. That would be awesome.
I got it covered. I'll do it.
I'm almost there, unless you're actually on it.
I'm about to be, and let's race. Let's see who can pin the tweet up to the space first.
I pinned it, but it probably won't show for a minute.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm scrolling through on desktop as well. Oh, this is Brian's with the noun sketch contest and all the students coloring in.
Yeah, that one's really cool too. They got the wizard. They're all doing their coloring ins. Genius. Then yeah, there's a few really cool hand drawn ones. There's a rad wizard by Queen of Win. That one's really good.
Yeah.
Yes. Very cool.
Oh yeah. It's the Greasy Wizard.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so cool.
There's an interesting one from Jangly, the toilet paper one on the toilet and the box guy. It's just like a couple of dudes not feeling so well. It's pretty fun.
Oh my god.
Noun Fan
Got a
Art
chameleon
has a cool
head.
one.
Yeah, I just got to that one.
There's a few here. Ben's one is really cool as well. There's one I saw. Oh, the artsy with the Joker card. It's rad. Far out. There's so many good ones, but I think one of my favorites is Zombie Love. That one is epic. That style.
Yeah, I posted that in the chat yesterday, didn't I? It's like,
yeah. That one is so good.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I need to work with them on some art. I feel like they need to do some
POAP.
more art. Well, POAPs are booked until like the end of July now. So
okay, yeah, but eventually it will be.
Yeah, exactly. That's
so
right. I mean, there is other POAPs. We can make more POAPs. Like there's other.
we can do more. We have the technology.
Yeah, one a day is not enough all the time. So. But yeah, that's.
Are we going to start just making TNS POAPs for all the soapboxes?
Yeah. Well, I do one for the NAS Jam session, and yeah, I think some soapboxes also do them. So I mean, there's the daily drops that we don't usually, so we could technically do more every day, but budget allowing, you know.
I'll make another bot for you so that you can another tool so you can auto generate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that one's amazing. That style is crazy. I love the long arms holding all of the walls. It's super interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. My brain didn't like look around the side. I was just like, oh, okay. They're actually holding things up.
Yeah,
they're holding up the frame.
Yeah, it's genius.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, because
Oh, a POAP with that style would be so cool.
It took me a minute as well. When I first looked at it, I was like, oh, those long arms are a crazy style. And then eventually I was like, oh, hands, that's mad. They're holding the walls. It was like a process to understand what was happening here.
The TP is actually doing something naughty.
Yeah.
You didn't look close enough.
Yeah, exactly.
And if we do get our gold check, maybe this should be our first, not this particular one, but this style would make a great first square avatar for the profile.
Hell yeah.
Oh, true. That would be very cool.
Is that alpha or beta? I don't know which.
That's gamma.
I don't have to pick one that I have a sound for. I'm not making a gamma sound. The gamma sound is just going to be gamma.
some homework for you.
I
found
great.
I found an interesting piece here that I think may not quite get many votes because they didn't stick to the mandate of using the nouns, but they put noggles on a unicorn, which is kind of cool. It's like an actual horse, but with wings, and they put noggles on it. A for effort or whatever they say, but it's doesn't fit the mandate. Whoa, Kimmy Duke's one is sick.
This roast.
No wonder everyone gets annoyed when you vote Kim's up. Like it stands out. You do a blind voting and you're like, this is amazing.
Yeah, we don't have we don't have names attached to it. We just see the art. It's like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we've tried all the different voting methods, and some art's just really good.
So sick. I'm seeing the unicorn now. Yeah, not following the rules, but you got the spirit. Oh, by the way, going back for a second to the Nouns Give Back contest, for Random Acts of Kindness Day. We want to see more people enter that contest. So we're actually going to do a second retweet picker. If you could go, and it's currently the second pinned tweet in the nest. If you could go up to that and retweet that post, we're going to do an extra retweet picker. I don't know if we're going to run it today or tomorrow. I kind of want to run it tomorrow, really get the numbers up there.
Yeah, let's do that. I think that makes more sense.
Yeah. So we're gonna run and we'll post an announcement tweet after the space. But if you can retweet that post, not quote tweet, retweet. We're gonna do a second retweet picker tomorrow, where we're going to pick an additional 0.0698 for the Nouns Give Back retweet on that post. So yeah, let's get as many people as we can entering that contest, because worst case scenario, we get a bunch of people doing good things. I'm also seeing that some people don't have access to TikTok, so we should figure out a way around that if we can. I don't know if we can for this contest, but we definitely should look into that.
As in, like, they just can't use it in their country or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
bummer.
Hong Kong in particular, it doesn't have access to TikTok,
Interesting.
which is annoying.
Yeah, them. Sorry for being exclusive, friends. But if we're talking about being exclusive and inclusive, I wanted to mention Prop 231 at NounsDAO, the Nouns and Nifty Gateway Global Arts and Culture Curated Project, because we love art here. We've been just looking through all of these artists' art pieces for our contest, and this is one of our fellow Aussie Nouns crew guys, Mr. Seeks, who is curating a bunch of artists with Nifty Gateway. And, there's 2 artists from each continent involved. And it got 184 votes for, and 0 against, and 0 abstained.
0 against,
unanimous. Wow. So, this is something that everybody in Nouns that was voting, 184 Nouns worth of votes, which is just over triple the current threshold for this vote. Everyone said this is a great idea. So, it's I just wanted to bring that up because I think he had submitted a proposal before that wasn't successful. And so it's just cool to see that process where it's like, all right, well, let's iterate and come up with a different idea. And this one I think brings a ton of value to Nouns, and it's Nounish. It's got all this amazing artwork that's going to be shown off, and I love it. It's very cool.
Yeah, I'm looking through now and seeing the various pieces that he's got, and there's some familiar names.
Exactly. You'll notice a few people that are familiar. So it's like a mixture of up and comers and a mixture of more well-known people, and some from the Nouns ecosystem and some from outside. So it's going to be a nice blend, but all of the artwork's going to be Nounish. So
Lister Dora's in here. Disneysta's in here. Brandon Mighty, Shasiks, obviously.
Yeah, got there.
Awesome.
Yeah, so this will be cool.
I have looked at this. I already voted on this prop. I've seen it, but it is really cool to look through again.
Yeah, it's nice to see it after knowing that it's now we're looking at it like this is something that Nouns is doing. I like that.
Awesome. So good.
So what else has happened in the Nouniverse today?
Cardno, Symbiotech, y'all got anything going on?
No, not particularly. We had a pop-up show special with Storyverse yesterday on the Little Known Show, which was quite good. It wasn't massively well attended, but that's the whole Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing, and we didn't really advertise it much because it was like I say, a special, and they couldn't really do the Monday slot. But that was really good to hear what they're doing with IP. They're trying to leverage it into an animated story comic. They started off with Bored Apes, and they're going through some other blue chips, and they're also doing Nouns as well at some point. So I guess that's all that's going on that I know of recently. But yeah, it was a really good show, and that's about it really. Not too exciting.
The highlight of
that's still exciting.
was the builder box yesterday, the discussion we had about settlement, about vetoes, about Nouns Builder in general. It was a pretty good discussion with Prof and for a time Tody and Ben and Josh and Woody and myself around the potential of creating some form of settlement mechanic for Nouns auctions in general. And I would say my lowlights were Manifold rolling out their low fee, but also in the process of that, I was attempting to do a burn and I got a very scary prompt saying they were requesting access to all my tokens. And I wasn't having that. So I'm going to have a second hot wallet, I guess, for burns and hope that it's not a snapshot for wallets when burning, because it was a request for all. There's a big red button on the confirm, and I think it's probably just a languaging issue, but I missed out on something I was looking forward to based on the scary prompt. So I wasn't able to get confirmation because it was time sensitive.
Was that
And
through Manifold?
Yeah, it's Manifold now. So I'm going to see when we go to do mesh-ups burn tonight if it's the same thing. And I may just move all those tokens to a brand new wallet to do the actual burn, because I'm not comfortable until I have confirmation that they're not actually, because I don't want to have to go in and revoke all those permissions if they're actually asking for permissions to everything in the wallet.
Yeah, that's kind of strange that they're doing that. I haven't noticed that before.
And then there's the shift
Yeah.
to the bottom with OpenSea going 0% platform fees and whatever else has come of that. I know that was a big topic yesterday. So
yeah, exactly. It's it's been an interesting one. I woke up and started seeing all these posts about people talking about OpenSea doing an airdrop, and then people talking about the zero royalties, and artists all talking about leaving the platform, and my mind went straight to OpenSea airdropping artists to other platforms.
I was going to say, you woke up and chose violence, huh?
Yeah, it was funny because I actually had to rewrite the tweet because it was a little bit aggressive to begin with. Had to dial it back a little bit.
You posting something aggressive on Twitter?
I mean, it would have been accidental. I don't try and be aggressive. I just come across blunt sometimes, and when I reread it, I'm like, "Oh, that's Do I? I think I know someone and friends with someone that might work at OpenSea now. I'm like, dial it back a little bit. I think, it's. I can't remember who it was though, but I'm pretty sure I've got a new internet friend who works at OpenSea, and I instantly felt bad for them.
And now you're like, damn, I have to be nice.
I was almost, I was kind of like, oh, I feel like this is unnecessarily aggressive. I can make the same point and be a bit nicer.
That's how I am with all the friends I have that work at Wizards of the Coast. They make Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm like, oh, these things that I love have problems, but I have to be nice about them because I know the people who made them.
I got some beta from Mr. Boney from the shower, and it looks as though it may be then something in whoever is creating the burn has to enter when I went and did it, and maybe this is just a correction on Manifold's part, but he's shared a tweet that has a note on that issue. So when I went to do it, it said all tokens, but in this particular one, it shows the name of the token that's to be burnt. So they've either corrected it or it's something that the creator has to be sure to include in the process. But it's pinned up.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Interesting.
Standard burn redeems. So who pays the burning fee? It's going to the person minting, obviously.
Yeah, and then there's a 0.00069 fee that goes to Manifold now moving forward for minting. I think on all mints on the receiving end. That was something that was pending and it rolled out last night. But I'll tell you that it looks infinitely more ominous when you're in dark mode and you have that big red confirm button for approving all tokens. So I stand by being afraid and cautious at the same time.
I mean, props to MetaMask for integrating something like that for people. I think that's going to be helpful to people when they're on malicious sites.
Yeah, that's been around for a few months now, actually.
Yeah, I bailed on MetaMask a while ago.
Because I've definitely got that before.
I stopped using MetaMask a little while back. It's like, I don't know. I play with all the different wallets, and my desktop wallet of choice at the moment is, and phone. I'm not happy with all of the phone wallets at the moment. To be honest, they all need something that someone else has, and they're all missing something that someone else has. Oh, that's the same thing in different words, isn't it? But yeah. Yeah, there's always something that you're like, well, this is like, if there was a built-in browser in Rainbow, amazing, let's play with Rainbow. But then, like, 1inch is like one of my favorites as well. But 1inch browser is something going on with it. It's only got one tab for starters. That's annoying. Needs more tabs. But yeah, I mean, they don't overheat your phone like the.
It's like, I need my ADHD to run free.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's annoying because
I just minted this this kangaroo over at NOMO, and if you guys know, I think there's a time I came here and it's like Tody was asking me, Davin, why have the Australians arrested you over at NounsDAO? But I'm telling you, this kangaroo looks beautiful. I mean, the logos are really nice. I'm just wanted to throw that out. That this is really beautiful. You guys got a nice one.
Oh,
today.
yeah, we did. That's it. Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite nomos ever. It's not because of the kangaroo, because I'm not very patriotic at all, to be honest. But it's just good, that combo. The red eyes, the red shirt, and the red background.
Red shirt.
That's why you got number 1 and I got stuck with number 2.
That's pretty cool. I got number 1. I like it. I like number 11. So
yeah.
We need to get more people minting so I can get 11s.
So you need to get another number 1. Oh, well.
Yeah, I don't know what I got yesterday. Maybe.
If you manage to get number 1 and number 10, I'll trade you for number 11.
Yeah, sweet. We're doing maths.
That's fair, right? That's how.
Good maths.
Quick maths.
I like it. So today's an interesting one because it's obviously Saturday, but the Noun Square is growing more and more. And today, on a Saturday, at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, in 34 minutes, we've got Nouns CN, which I'm assuming is Nouns China. They got their soapbox, and then we've also got the daily drop at 9:30 p.m. So we got 2 soapboxes today, which this is unheard of. Usually, this is the only space on the weekends, and since the daily drop, there started to be another one, and now there's Nouns China. I mean, this is going to be a packed schedule. I mean, it already is, but we're going to have a 7-day packed schedule soon. It's outrageous.
I heard something that was really interesting from one of my friends who works in like an office the other day. Did you know people in normal jobs have like days off?
What?
It blew my mind.
RJ, I want to tell you, like for the daily drop, I'm taking a day off. Like my Saturdays, I don't do the daily drop, man, because it's gonna get crazy, man. So it's
Prof, why are you doubting me?
Shout out to Prof. Shout out to Prof. I really wanted to invite Prof over to Trend in Nouns Africa. We had a meeting yesterday and I'm sorry to put this on blast. I know this was in our DMs, but I know I can talk about it because you were one of the people that launched NounsDAO Africa. You put us through the final gates of Build the DAO. We were over on Build the Box, launching NounsDAO Africa. So I just wanted to shout out. So thank you for all the help. And at the same time, inviting you, you already accepted, inviting you to 20 Nouns Africa as soon as you're free. And the whole point, I think it's a very good learning curve for us at the same time, is that how can we be able to leverage Build the DAO, submit proposals in Build the DAO, vote on proposals in Build the DAO. Although we still have a very small treasury, the team is really excited to experiment with these governance tools that have been provided for by Nouns Builder. So major shout out to Prof for all that she's doing over at Build the Box.
Hell yeah.
We covered that a little bit as well, because I brought up the fact that there's gas associated with putting your vote forward. So it may be an instance where if you get an agreement or put a proposal forward using something like Snapshot to get consensus and then having a block vote.
Can we do Snapshot for like build a DAOs, because that would be a good option, man. Thanks for that, Symbiote.
I don't think
that's one thing
I don't think it's possible, but you may be able to put a proposal forward. But I don't know what's in the version update that's on the block for voting currently. It may be in there.
I mean, you could set up a snapshot with the contract, like the token contract for any builder DAO, but it's not going to necessarily be like trustless. But you can link them together and do that and give it a free layer of voting. But yeah,
I don't know. My connection's been a little off this
You
morning,
have
but yeah,
connection again.
Yeah, you can hear me okay? I'm not speaking spell. Great.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, Davin, so just a couple things. Yeah, you could set up Snapshot with any token, really anywhere, but it's not directly connected with Builder, but that can be done. And then in terms of like voting within Builder DAO, you need a Builder token to vote within Builder DAO itself for that DAO. So that's a little bit different, but you can still access, apply for prop houses and things like that for sure.
Interesting. Just to warn you, I know, like, once I give this to the gang that we're having Prof maybe early March, we're gonna make 21 questions, and you can ask a refugee how the 21 questions went last time.
It was something along the lines of like 19 and a half questions. And
no, but I will tell you, like, RFG, like yesterday we were having we finally moved our community calls over to Discord. So if any of you is always free, Friday, yeah. I think it's Friday. I don't know. I can't say, but all I know it is my Friday 9 p.m. East African time. So if you can change that.
Yeah. So that's 3 p.m. EST.
Oh, 3 p.m. EST. Oh, thanks. So yeah,
I have to live in every time zone. I'm familiar.
It really did come up a lot, where everyone was really grateful to the Noun Square for making time to really answer these key onboarding questions. And although the questions were just basic and maybe a little bit noobish, they were really great questions, and that's why we are now at a level whereby people want to play with their tokens now. Like, hey, can we vote? Can we bring on more people on the DAO? And it's really beautiful seeing the onboarding happen. Really grateful.
Awesome.
And I definitely would recommend some kind of gasless voting right now, just because of the extreme level of gas. So figuring out Snapshot or something like that will make it a little bit more active.
Thanks, Blur.
Yeah, I mean, it's been what are we sitting at the moment? 40 Gwei, something like that, 44. So
like 34, yeah.
Yeah, it's not outrageous, but I still, it hasn't clicked for me that it's like at outrageous numbers. When it gets to the triple digits, then I start thinking like, this is crazy. What's going on here? But yeah, I mean, we were just using like 9 recently. Wasn't that long ago now.
Yeah, I was like, I remember the days when Gway was 9.
I think we got used to those single digits and teens, and it's like, ooh, what is
Yeah.
this messiness? I don't like this at
Yeah,
all.
exactly. But everything's been pumping. I guess it's all relative, right? I think it's
Yes, but if you're in the U.S. and afraid you're going to get arrested for claiming a blur, it's really annoying.
it's
really
terrible.
annoying.
Yeah, I want to ask, how do they know? How do they know I've claimed it? Is there like a way that, I don't know, IRS knows that I've claimed blah?
You literally have to post on Twitter, so I'm going to go with that would be a good way for them
Yeah.
to
It's
know.
on the blockchain. There is
And there's
a
that
permanent
too. Yeah,
record.
that part too.
But you can just send me your seed phrase and
Even
I'll
if I
claim it
use
for
my
you in
old
Canada
people.
here. No worries.
Seriously though, on that note, like I would love to be able to be like, hey, I can't claim this. Here's my blur boxes. Go to
Yeah.
town. But I can't even do that, which is frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's... I wonder how that would work with a multi-sig. That would be interesting. But yeah, I think...
You can claim it under
Oh, that's interesting.
a VPN under fear of it coming back on you. But it is possible. I know a lot of people that just, threw caution to the wind and went for it. But then the onus...
If I was a total degen, I'd go that route. But yeah, I don't think that I am the right person to do that kind of thing right now.
Yeah.
Sounds like what someone who would do that kind of thing would say, though.
Literally haven't claimed it. Literally still sitting in my account. I'm way too concerned about the repercussions at the moment, so not gonna risk it. Also, I didn't spend a heck of a lot of time on Blur, so it's not like I'm missing out on that much.
No,
so.
I got 42 tokens, so I think that was a grand total of $30. So I mean, I get 2 free transactions some point.
You should have held this up to like $1.22 now.
Oh, nice. I got a bit more then. Nice.
You could have 3 transactions if you have held.
I would have dumped it too if it was anything significant. I probably would have dumped it because usually everything starts dumping after like any claims like that. And then I would have looked today and I would have been crying, going like, "Oh, it's tripled."
Yeah, I dumped it like 0.7, and I had like 1,900, which wasn't like lots, but it was still quite nice. It could have 2x'd what I sold at.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh well, live a live.
So I have like 39 common, whatever that is, common boxes, and then I have like 3 rares. So I was trying to estimate what I thought that might be, and I think I came out to like somewhere between 200 and 300, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it's got to be more than that even. I had like 2 boxes of one thing and 1 of another, something like that.
Oh, well, don't tell me that. I don't want to hear. I want to hear that it's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's nothing, and it's not whisk.
Totally nothing.
It's all just magic internet beans anyway.
It opened at $5 though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Initially, the token. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's normal.
I think it would have to be quick to
$250,000 claims in some instances for $1,000 of Gwei.
Machi claimed 1.6 or something million, or 1.8 million, 1.8 million blur. So and he cashed out half of it. So he ended up with, I think, I don't know, something like $800,000 or something.
That's crazy.
And is like one of the highest all in the top 2 like point earners so far for like season 2. So we'll probably likely get a similar outcome at the end of the next one.
That's crazy. You know what I did notice recently though, ENS has been talking about doing another airdrop.
Ooh,
that's good. And also you got the collab land one as well coming up on the 23rd.
They need to do those airdrops though, like so we can actually claim them. Don't mess with me again.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where they would put this. Where is their DAO?
According to Obtoshi, Spain is the consideration. I don't know if you saw that.
Digital she did mention that they have digital nomad visas.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And good cheese.
On a related note, I'm switching to nouns on the ground, so gonna reg this bit now.
Yeah, that is interesting. Like, I think more and more countries, or some kind of governing body, needs to embrace that. I've technically been a digital nomad for, I don't know, 13, 14 years or something now. And it's been difficult, like living across different countries and continents and for years at a time. And then whenever you've got to do anything official, it's kind of like, oh, this whole system just doesn't fit what I'm doing and what my lifestyle is. I need to just kind of try and jam what's happening into little boxes and try and make them happy for wherever I'm at. And yeah, I think more countries that can embrace that global nomad style person, I think it's going to be very interesting because it plays into the
I
network
think that
state
relates
stuff.
to I was just going to say that. You just took the words literally right out of my mouth. I was going to say it really connects well with the network state
Yeah,
concept.
exactly.
And I totally agree. We need more focus on because I think, in the past year for me, having this global connection was new. And I think that's true for a lot of people. So where you're actually on a daily basis talking to people on the other side of the world, it changes your perception of borders.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like what you're doing and moving around and what you've probably done for a long time is unusual.
Yeah,
But I think it's going to be a lot more common.
that's right.
If we make
when
it
I
easier.
first was doing
Yeah.
it was super uncommon. And then halfway through, about 7 years ago or something, then I started, there's workspaces popping up, like the very first companies that are starting workspaces, cafes and shops are starting to say like, oh, you can plug all your stuff in here. Here's some electricity and you get internet if you want the internet. You're able to sit in a coffee shop all day if you want. You can take the table, and it's kind of just this thing where you can just buy a drink, and that's just expanded.
I do that pretty frequently, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that became super normal for a lot of people, and now there's full co-working spaces where, from small scale to large scale, even people that rent houses and create little office rooms in the houses and stuff, and so it's even like made it into smaller areas rather than just big cities, and it's crazy. It's become easier and easier. And then I got less and less attracted to it. I'm like, I kind of want an office now, just my own office at home. I liked it when it was the obscure thing. I'm like this. It just seemed less attractive after everyone starts doing it, and then it's kind of like I don't know. You feel like you.
Hipster Ben Body. I liked being a digital nomad before it was cool.
That's the thing. Once it becomes a thing where people desire that, like I just did it like naturally. Like I didn't think of it as a thing. I just was like, this is just how I want to. I want to live where people holiday because I can work on the internet. So that was kind of just my main thing. I just live in holiday kind of spots. So whenever I wasn't working, I can walk around and be a tourist, and that's felt awesome. But then, that became like the cool thing to do. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be one of those guys. So I stopped. Now I just sit like a hermit in my own little office at home.
I think the only reason I never did that too much, because I've also, like, even before Web3, I was working remotely. Like pre-pandemic, I set up remote work infrastructure, and it allowed the company that I was at, because I wanted to move out of the city for a bit to save money. And so I set up remote work infrastructure at my old company. And then 6 months later, the COVID hit and we had the remote work infrastructure. So then I had to teach all of our clients. It was a IT outsource company. So I had to teach all of our clients how to set up their remote work infrastructure. And it allowed us to make that transition. But even doing that, I think the only reason I didn't fall into the digital nomad thing is because the 2 places I've lived, or the 3 places I've lived for like the biggest chunks of my life, were Orlando, literally on Disney property, Honolulu, Hawaii, and Manhattan. So
you've done well.
Yeah.
I've always lived where people like were going as tourists. I mean, I've also mostly worked in entertainment, so I was the people the tourists were there to see. But still,
were you the one in the cage that they were there to see?
Yeah,
It's
that's
kind of
what it is. Thanks. I was in the zoo. Thanks, Tavin. I was no, I've always
oh
done
man.
emceeing work and stuff like that. So
I think it's really interesting that I keep finding like new commonalities with people in this space. And I think it's interesting that, okay, way back, like this is the year 2000, when I was working at in Thompson Copyright and Trademark Company, and they were getting ready to do, we were talking about at that point telecommuting work because I knew I wanted to move to Florida. So I was really pushing it because this is up in Massachusetts. And I was like really pushing to get them to figure out how to do some telecommuting work so that I could live somewhere nicer. But it was so early that it never really got done. And then they ended up doing layoffs and I took the package and moved anyway. But it was it's interesting when I hear like Robot Fish Girl saying that or listening to Ben's experience. And it's like there's a lot of these commonalities. And I think part of that is like wanting a more flexible lifestyle, more global, reach and being able to like work across borders and all those things. And I just find it really interesting every time I hear additional ways in which I know I found my people. And this is another way.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, when I was first doing IT work, that's what I was doing. I was also going back and forth from Honolulu to Kinshasa. Which
sounds nice.
Davin, how long is that trip? Like 48 hours at least.
Jeez.
I would fly Honolulu like a straight flight to New York. So that's a 10-hour flight ish. And then New York to Brussels, Brussels to Cairo, Cairo to Joburg for some godforsaken reason, and then back up to Brazzaville, and then take a boat across the Congo River.
All right.
Whoa. I've been to Joburg. That's quite a nice place, but that's about the limit.
I like Joburg, yeah.
Yeah.
The one time I had like a 6-hour layover in Cairo, and it was the funniest. I got mugged, and it was the best. It was the funniest experience I could have had because this guy told me to give him money in about 9 different languages before he finally settled on English.
And you could understand every single one of them.
No, I could understand like 5 of them, but still. I was like, I can't do that. That's incredible. I gave him like 20 USD. I was like, this isn't what you asked for, but I need this is fantastic. Like, I felt like applauding. It was hilarious. But yeah, and then on the way back, I would go the same route until I hit Brussels, and then instead of going back to New York, I'd go the other way, and I'd go through Tokyo to get to to get back to Honolulu. So, yeah.
That shows you that there's a very big opportunity for Nouns Air in Africa. So, I mean, get a flight to Cairo to Joburg to get to Brazzaville. It's preposterous.
It's so ridiculous. Why? I don't understand. For anybody who doesn't know.
Cairo is enough.
For anybody who doesn't understand why that's ridiculous, Cairo is at the north end of Africa, and Johannesburg is on the south end of Africa, and Kinshasa is dead in the middle. So I had to fly over Kinshasa to have a 4-hour layover in a different city to go back to Kinshasa.
Nouns Air, flying the dream of Africa. That's it.
Anyway, yeah. So I was always doing the global thing too. It's interesting to see it come into its own more. Oh Jesus! I just realized it is 7:50 a.m. EST. We have another show in 10 minutes, so we should do housekeeping. I have a POAP.
You want me to do the retweet, Pico?
If you can, that would be fantastic. So I've got a POAP ready to go. For anybody who is unaware, which is unlikely given the audience I'm seeing here, but We give away a POAP every single day here in the Noun Square. POAP stands for Proof of Attendance Protocol. If you don't have the app already, you can go to poap.xyz. That is POAP.xyz. Download it there. Once you have the POAP app on your phone, you're going to hit the Mint button in the bottom right-hand corner. Then you're going to tap Secret Word. And today's secret word is Pineapple Rug 616. That is PINEAPPLERUG 616. Pineapple Rug 616.
It is a
PINE.
fabulous pineapple.
It is a fabulous pineapple. PINEAPPLERUG 616. Pineapple Rug 616.
And I have certain numbers that are my favorites, and this is one of my favorite numbers, so I'm glad it's a cute little pineapple. Although it was a little distressing. Will now owns Boxy's sister, and I find that a little, I don't know, disturbing. I don't know, bothers me.
Well, maybe he'll sell it on
Now,
Blur
Prof,
today.
why don't we go into the details of why that button on?
Oh, that's okay.
That's okay.
That's all right. That's all right.
We don't have to
don't
do
need
that
to.
live on air.
There's no need for that.
We're in enough trouble as it is.
I think that
I'm
might
just
be
kidding.
the best way to advance the time of day is just to get a wallet together that has 30 ETH in it and slowly bid against him up to 30 ETH and then pull out. we'll get an extra 5 minutes for every bid we put in. We'll just bid.
Ugly now, that means you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We're gonna
Listen.
remember. We are the pores. We are the pores of nouns.
I'm aware. But we need to be, like really embedded in nounish culture. So we need you to do something that everyone can blame you for. That's
We're happy to do that. I mean that.
and then have everyone blame me.
Absolutely.
Public service announcement: Robot
And
Fish
blame
Girl
you.
is not an ugly DAO, contrary to what appears to be popular belief. Anyway,
contrary to what you see on spreadsheets.
What? Who's putting that in a spreadsheet and why?
Hindsight.
Are you?
You were on a
Oh my
spreadsheet
God.
and it said you were ugly. We're like, really? Oh, that's interesting.
Oh my God.
And you didn't know? You don't remember making $1 million last year too? I thought. Yeah, that's
No,
what I saw.
I don't. No, that's
It
interesting.
was on a spreadsheet, so it must be true.
But is this the spreadsheet that also includes the money that was for like the nouns, the glasses for kids as well that Josh made?
Yeah, that one. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
Wait, but I literally.
And it includes the 888 ETH that 142 and Goldie got through Nounish, which like this team doesn't see any of that. None. We see the videos they make. That's it.
But those videos are nice.
Wait,
yeah, exactly.
This is so funny to me because I wasn't even on the core team of TNS until this last proposal.
They just dragged you in to pump the numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Just pump that up a little bit now.
They're
which
like, "Hey, we need to
other
make it bigger."
multi-sigs are you on?
This is Nounsel all over again. This is like at NFT NYC when everybody thought I was on Nounsel. And I was like, what?
Well, I best be.
I've been working in this space for 2 months. What are you talking about? Anyway, we've got 9 minutes before Nouns in China. We need to get off air. Ben, do you have a retweet picker for us?
I sure do. So the winner of the retweet picker is Mike Vessel. Congratulations, Mike. I have crafted a tweet and sent you that tweet already before announcing it even. So jump in your DMs, send us a wallet, and that, well, I actually sent out a batch of this week's payments already today, but, we're doing at least once a week at the moment, maybe twice a week, so you might be lucky and get it early in the week. We'll see.
Awesome. All right. I think that is all we have.
An anniversary with NounsDAO, but there's also a free mint for the DEX. So I'll just pin I just pin the tweet the pinned up there. You can check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's some more of April's artwork. Such awesome work. So
Awesome. Well, gonna wait for gas to drop below 48, which it spiked to in the last 2 minutes. This was a lot of fun. I'm still looking for a song for a Pineapple Head.
Oh,
because I have
don't do Pineapple
I'd say
Pen.
anything islandy is good. You know.
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
Island song's good.
Not.
Do
You know what?
Pineapple
No,
Pen?
you said
Just kidding.
islandy, so I'm gonna play one of my favorite songs.
Island Boy.
No, hopefully not. Have a great day, everyone.
This is
Keeping
a
it
song
on
that
theme.
I listened to growing up. So
Very good.
Have a
we
fantastic
hope.
Saturday.
Yeah, you too, everybody. Enjoy the weekend. For everyone that can understand Chinese, join us on the China Nouns space.
In just 5 minutes.
Mesh Up Mint later today as well, or the third of his claims. Let's go.
All right, gonna rug you all in a couple seconds. So have a wonderful day, everybody.
Aloha.
See you later.
Bye bye.
Thanks for hosting.
Aloha.
Bye bye.